gentlemen, we are here finally after a bit of a break for the holidays. We're back. Star 17 Gaming back up in you. Coming right at you. Coming in your ears. Yeah, I thought I'd break away from the normal programming of hardcore role-playing games and thought I'd do something additional alongside Kingdom Come Deliverance. I did want to jump back onto Kingdom Come Deliverance, but this evening I fancied something a bit more chilled out, a bit more casual. I've got a bit of a poorly back since all the fun I've been having with the children over the week, so not looking for anything too testing, too intense. So here we are, playing Minecraft. I've downloaded a number of community maps, all survival styles. And there's this particular one I've recently downloaded that I want to spend a bit more time with. I'm a huge fan of Skyblock. And I got this one recently by Pickaxe Studios, Skyblock Island. It is fairly newish. So I think we'll give this one a whirl and see if we can finish it. And maybe once we finish this one, I've also got this one here, Extreme Survival Island by Razzleberries, which I've had a brief go at just to see the lay of the land. And it looks interesting. It looks like they kind of set a lot of stuff up for you, which is fine. But I kind of like doing it all on my own as well. So we will jump straight into the map type that we're going to do today. And maybe you might learn a thing or two watching my playing style along the way around how I play this little game called Minecraft. So, without further ado, we'll hit the create this world button. Let's give it a name. Let's call it Twitch stream Skyblock or something like that, just to differentiate it from the hundreds of other maps I've started and not finished. But this one signifies it's our stream. Let's get your buttons right. Twitch stream map. We're playing Xbox One Bedrock Edition, so I am fairly limited to the fun that goes on here. One other thing I've noticed about this as well is the simulation. Wait, what's the word? You know the kind of field of view setting that it has set up, how many chunks you can see in advance. I think they have it set to pretty low. I think that's purposeful so that you can't see too far ahead in the game to be able to notify yourself of where all of the fun stuff is around. But I'll show you what I mean in a few moments. Right, so it's just creating the world, and Skyblock. For those that have never played a Skyblock map before, and I wholly recommend that you do, you start with very limited things. So as you can see here, we have one tree, one little speck of land, which are generally 3 blocks deep of dirt. One tree. So first top tip for Yao. You want to get yourself a sapling. You want to get yourself multiple saplings if you can, because the trees are your best friends. As you can continue to spawn more trees with saplings, grow them, it's really useful if you can capture as many as you can. We have this friendly little chest here as well, which is usually loaded with a few little things to get you started. Dino Bambino, there he is. Me old mucker Dino Bambino, nice to see you, bro. Just kind of kicking off with my introduction. I was just kind of notifying everybody that we're doing a Skyblock survival map tonight. So I was just introducing the dynamic here for anybody who's never played a Skyblock before. This one is made by a company or a digital creation software company called Pickaxe Studios. It's fairly new to Xbox/PS4 Bedrock Edition. Yeah, quite interestingly, inside this box here, we get 2 seeds, which is really handy. But one thing I've noticed about this Skyblock variant is you get no little, what do they call it, wisps of kind of weeds kind of kicking out the ground for you to kind of get some seeds out of. So they give you 2 to start with. You get 2 pumpkin seeds as well. I love the way that they kind of max out this chest. So I've got to spend a couple of moments just kind of stacking things back up together. But 4 blocks of ice, which in my opinion is really helpful, a little bit over helpful. A couple of cactuses, you get 1 of each shroom. This obviously is going to be a lifesaver. Lava block, water bucket. With that we can make a cobblestone generator. We get a few bone meals to help us along the way, or to create some dye if we really want to. Some string, really helpful as well. A bowl, a flower pot, and a arrow of night vision, which is quite interesting as well. So that's what we start with. So, as I was saying just a few moments ago, the first thing that we're definitely going to want to do is try and get ourselves some saplings, because, like I say, the worst thing you can do is knock down this tree here, not get yourself a secondary sapling, and whoa-ho, you have to do your best with what you have left, which I guess would be making a cobblestone generator and trying to get over to one of these surrounding islands. Now, I know already, because I've had a little play on this one, if you go straight in that direction, there is an island, and I think right behind us as well, if you go straight in that direction, there's another island over in that distance too. So we'll make a decision. Maybe you guys can help me decide which way to go when we're ready to do so. But for now, I'm just going to start harvesting this tree and hopefully get ourselves some sappers to get us started. So I'll just bash down some of the branches before cutting in to the tree here. I'm not going to take the tree down completely because I don't want the leaves to despawn just yet. But I will take the top 3 blocks. And then I'm going to bust up here. Oh, nice, an apple. That'll come in handy later. I'm going to start making my way around the tree like this. Again, I'm trying my best not to let anything fall off the map, because then it's gone into the void forever. There's a stick. Now, I've got a theory. If you bash down the leaves with a stick, you've got more chance of hitting a sapling. What do you guys think? If you've ever played this kind of map style before, do you have a preference on an item that you think gets you a better yield of saplings? So far, nothing. So we might end up having to do a restart if we're not careful. But yeah, things are getting tight now. There's one. There we go. Beautiful. So we've got a lifeline there. 1 sapling. It would be nice to get some profit saplings though, because then I can make multi-trees at the same time. But I'm happy that we've managed to get 1 at least. Just smash down those 2. Hop over here. Crouching so that we don't end up falling off the map by accident. Yeah, we're only going to end up with the 1. So 1 spawned that time around. But luckily, like I said, we managed to get 1 at least. So I'll just knock down this tree bit. And we will plant another sapling right here for now. Just to get started with its growth. And now we've got some wood. We can build a crafting table. And potentially, one thing I do like to do is start to build a little bit of a perimeter around here, maybe even underneath the dirt there, so that I'm able to catch everything that drops off the tree. Again, in the beginning of this game, not wasting anything is your primary concern, I would say. So what I would do from here then is I'll just kind of knock those out, and I will get a crafting table. I'll lop it down there, and I will build out some of these slabs, and because they've given us a water bucket to kick off with as well, I am going to stick some water down, put the bucket away in case I cock this up royally, and I'm going to try and build underneath the dirt here so that I can start to, like I say, build a bit of a wooden perimeter for myself. So you can start just by popping a few bits down like that. Keep using the water to kind of keep yourself buoyant. Yeah, you will start running out of oxygen eventually, so don't forget to come up for air. And you know what? That should do us for now. We've got a bit of a lifeline down there, so let's grab the water back, because we're going to need that later on for our generator. Slurp that up. Stick it back in the box so we don't lose it. And I'll start now taking up some of this dirt. Now you're probably thinking, but hold on, Mr. Star 17. Do you really want to steal up all these grass blocks? Well, in this game, they've given us a couple of grass blocks down there. And there is another one somewhere down there, right at the bottom shelf. So that as long as we've got one, we can generate more grass blocks, which means eventually, if we have a large enough landmass, it will spawn us some friendly critters, some friendly mobs, like sheeps and cows and chickens and all the good stuff that goes along with it. So we'll just bop out this top layer of earth, this topsoil, leaving the tree there to carry on doing what it's doing. For some reason, the first night in this game comes quick. And for some or other reason, you get a thunderstorm on the first night as well. I'm not sure why they do that. Probably to freak you out and make you fall down. Oh yeah, one other thing that they do in this survival map is they give you 2 sand blocks. Not entirely sure what their purpose is, but I guess that can come in handy if you're looking to make a cobblestone generator, but the earth is good enough for what you need to do as well. So as you can see, we've dropped down now to the 3rd layer. There's the bedrock slab, which is the spawn slab and the very base of this little spit of land that you've got. So there's nothing left underneath that. So you're going to want to be hesitant to keep going further down. And again, I want to keep these grass blocks if I can, so I'm going to leave those there. Actually, we got this one here. Oh, we get another grass block, sand block there. That's good. We've got grass blocks down there as well. So we're doing okay for grass. And let's have that sand. And you know what? Let's do something else with that. Try not to lose it because it's the only one we've got. We will pop it down there for now. Cool. So as you can see, we're down to kind of our bottom layer of earth, and I put a little safety slab underneath here. I'm going to stick these around the perimeter of this tree so that, like I say, when it does eventually grow and we can start to harvest it, we try not to lose any of its wonderful spoils. Saplings, like I say, absolutely necessary in this game. So try not to lose them. Okay, so we've got another bit down there we want to fill in, and we've run out of wood already. But that's fine. That's going to catch the majority of things here. I find as well, if you stick your sapling 2 blocks away from the edge, or 3 blocks from the corner, standard size trees, it will catch everything. If you get yourself a very lucky mega tree on the first growth, that's good, because you get a lot more wood, and you get a lot more, what do they call it, kind of tree leaves to tap out and get some extra bits and bobs with. Sticks, really handy, so you don't have to make them yourself. Apples, good for food source, and obviously our saplings, which are an absolute necessity at this point of the game. Now I've leveled this out a little bit, I'm going to bring the chest down. Ignore that thunderclap there. I'm going to bring this chest down and the crafting bench, and try and minimize my workspace for a little bit. There we go, we've lost nothing. And I'll read the book in just a second as well, whilst we're waiting for this tree to do its business. Although what I'll probably end up doing is using some bone meal to try and get that going quicker, so you guys aren't having to wait as long. So what we'll do is we'll drop down the old crafting table first. And I'm going to stick it on this bedrock slab here, majorly because I can't really do much with it, so let's drop him on there. And we'll whack our chest on top. Like I said, trying to conserve space. I think if we get it right on from a crouch position, you can drop it on the top there and still make use of both of them. No problem at all. Right, let's leave the bone meal out. And hopefully 3 will be enough to grow this tree. But actually, yeah, another thing I said I was going to do as well is just read this quest book really quickly, just to show you what the developers say about this version of Skyblock. So, welcome to Skyblock Island. The goal of this world is simple: survive. The starting Skyblock Island has very limited resources. Don't be wasteful. Find the Eyes of Ender and activate the secret end portal. Will you be able to conquer the Ender Dragon from looting materials from the sky? Good luck, and don't fall off the edge. If you need help, contact the creators on Twitter at BlackCraftersMC. And that's it. That's everything that that book says. Now, I've got other variants of this map type, one of which gives quests, which is pretty cool. So you've got a number of different quests to fulfill that give you lots of extra bits of loot as you go along. As an example, if you take 40 saplings, it's not a mod, it's a survival map. So I bought this one from the store, basically, from the Minecraft store, because like I say, Dino, I'm playing Xbox One PS4 version. I'm limited to what I can buy from the marketplace at the moment. So yeah, this one I bought. It's called Survival Island by Pickaxe Studios. It cost me like £2.50. I guess what they've done is they've created the world with, you know, all of the command blocks and whatnot to do what it needs to do, or literally just kind of set up, you know, all of the little islands in a kind of an open kind of void world sort of thing. So if I fall off here, I die, I lose everything, as you would do in normal circumstances. Everything needs to be done from the sky, basically, and that's the challenge, is trying to play this game and beat this game without the normal comfort of having biomes and, you know, caving and mining. You've got to be a bit more resourceful and a bit more clever with your you know, what you're doing. But there's a few islands around here which are bountiful of ores, so it's just a case of really getting to there in the beginning and then kind of re-establishing yourself from there, I would say. So let's bone meal this up. Let's see how many it takes us. Okay, so we rinsed all 3 of those. I've got a few more bones here that I can turn into bone meal as well, but I'm going to try and be frugal. So that's 4, that's 5, that's 6. Of course you're going to be a greedy tree. 7. And I think we've got ourselves a mecha tree here, so good times. Hopefully we get a few more sappos out of this one. And like I said, going back to the trusty stick to bash out the bits. Got another stick, another sapling. There we go, we've got profit saplings now. And the key is obviously not to fall off and lose them immediately. But if I... There's another apple, good. It's another source of food. If I knock out these bits of tree now, obviously the tree will start to despawn itself, the leaves and whatnot. And it should be wide enough now, my little island, to catch everything as it falls down. So I'm not too worried now about losing anything. It's just that first tree, really. I'll just help it along by weed whacking these out with a stick. Smack, smack, smack. Smickety smacks. There's another sappo. Right on the edge there. So very soon we can have a good old tree farm going and be making wood out of the wazoo. Dino, if you're still around, let me know. What is your favourite Minecraft tree? I'm a huge fan of the spruce. And hopefully I'll be able to explain why in a little bit. But I'm interested to know what your thoughts are on the different tree variants. Scuzzlebutt's here. Hello, Scuzzlebutt. We're playing some Minecraft survival map, Skyblock edition. I don't know if you've ever played a Skyblock before, but I've done a long spiel twice now on why I've chosen to play this variant. So let me know if you've like I say, played this map type before. We've got another tree there that needs to grow up. But the good thing is, dark oak's good. I like dark oak. You've never played Minecraft, Scuzzlebutt? Wow. Dino, what do you say about that? Scuzzle has never played Minecraft, he says. Or is that lol face a bit of good old sarcasm there. Good old bit of nipple twisting. So I'm going to make some more slabs here so I can increase the width of my playing space. Like I say, Skyblock is all about safety and, like I say, not falling off and not losing anything off the edge. So it's good to be able to widen it up. If he ain't played it, he ain't played it. Okay, I suppose you're right. If you've never played it, Scuzzlebutt, you've never played it. And watching a survival map first time would be very interesting for you. It's not the same. It's not the same game, in my opinion. You know, playing on the ground is a very different Minecraft world. But like I say, I'm trying to do something a little bit outside the norm for what Twitchers are doing, and play a couple of the DLC map types, basically. Yeah, definitely play it. I highly recommend to anybody play Minecraft and love everything about it. I think this game is probably the game I have poured most of my life into. Countless of hours of building everything. I remember once when I first got this on the PS4, I spent an inordinate amount of time trying to recreate a full-size Starship Enterprise, and I was doing really well with it. I got the whole dish section complete before realizing that I built it on the wrong level of the... Because back then you had like a height limit of, I think it was something like 270 blocks high to low or something like that. And because I started it right flat bang kind of towards the bottom, by the time I'd finished the dish, I didn't have enough space to get the kind of the tail section in and everything before hitting all the bedrock area. So I didn't want to take it all apart, so I kind of just stopped playing. I never came back to it, but I've made all kinds of other things as well. My pile of shame is already too big. We all have them. We all have our shame piles, and this is mine. What can I say? There are more unhealthy, shameful games to have, I think, in my opinion. Minecraft is not one of them. What I'm also going to do here is I'm going to stick a bit more dirt down so that we can grow some more grass. Like I said, as soon as you get a certain amount of grass, all fully kind of grassed up, it will start to spawn animals, which are going to come in handy for us as well at some point. We're going to need the leather, we're going to need the wool, we're going to need the food, the eggs, all the good stuff. Okay, we need some more wood to go down there. Oak wood, Dino, you said. That's a great wood type. I do enjoy the oak wood as well. Love the dark effect. I like to be able to, you know, make some really nice looking beams and, you know, peel off the bark so you get these really nice looking kind of wooden beams before you start finishing them on the inside and whatnot. So you have to keep, keeping you alive. Well, I mean, on this Skyblock, like I say, because you've got nothing to start with, Scuzzlebutt, you kind of have to generate everything yourself. And with every tree I grow, I get a chance of getting more saplings, and with more saplings I can grow more trees, which means I get more wood. There's also, and I'm going to do this in a few minutes as well, a nifty little trick I can do with this water bucket and this lava bucket here to create what's called a cobblestone generator. And I'll be able to generate infinite cobblestone, basically, if I don't fuck up the process of building it in the first place. But I can also grow these seeds if I want to grow some food. That will keep me alive. I've got a couple of shroomies here, which I could turn into a stew, which will give me a bit of sustenance. And again, the trees will drop apples, if you're lucky, so that gives you a bit of sustenance as well. But all around, I don't know if you can see in the background there, there's these little floating islands. So there's one there with a cactus on it. There's one over there with some redstone on it. One over there with cactus again, some over there with coal. But in that direction is a huge island. You can't see it yet because the simulation distance is quite short on this map type. But as you get closer to it, you'll see this huge island open up with more trees, grass, and all the ores basically. The iron, the diamond, the lapis lazuli, the redstone, the gold, you know, everything a growing boy needs to survive in Minecraft. And I believe there's also another one in that direction as well. So we'll be able to eventually build out a bridge to get over to there, which will then allow us to obviously do a bit more exploration and get a bit more stuff. I've had a little bit of an advanced play with this one already, and I've identified that over there is absolutely chock full of good stuff. And mobs as well. So that's where all the zombies are, that's where all the creepers are, and so on and so such. So we can go fighting eventually when we get over to there. The only threat I have here and now is after a few nights, the phantoms will come. And anybody who's played Minecraft will know that the phantoms are the most annoying things in the game, because they're these big flying manta rays that just dive bomb you from the sky. And in a Skyblock world, you don't want to fall off. So if they come diving down at you when you're not expecting it, you've got the risk of being pushed off the edge, which has happened to me a bajillion times before. Doobity-doo. Now, what we could do, because we've increased our land mass here, is get another tree on the grow. So we've got 2 potential trees, but I want to widen this out one more set first. So, yeah, I know, very planned I am. So we've got a bit more bone meal here. So let's see how many of these it's going to take to get this one going. Can you finish this game mode? Yes, you can. So beating the Ender Dragon is the final kind of aim of the game. And to do that, all you need to do is to create an end portal, which I believe they have one set up somewhere. I'll be able to make a nether portal as well to get to the nether. Eventually, when I can use water and the lava here to kind of create obsidian. Although water is limited, all I've got is 1 bucket of water and 4 blocks of ice, which I can smash into a water puddle, basically. So hopefully there's more water on some of these surrounding islands. But I've not explored that far yet. So yes, to answer your question, long answer is yes, you can finish the game. And that's what makes Skyblock an interesting game variant to play, because in the normal kind of base game on the ground, you've got so much stuff there that it's fairly straightforward to beat the game. In Skyblock, you've got to be a bit more resourceful, a bit more clever, and kind of bend the game to your will to be able to beat it. So therefore, it kind of creates a bit of a challenge for the player. And you know me, I like my challenge games, basically. I don't like to do everything easy. Right, so this is going to take all of the bone meal and not give me a tree. But it better bloody hurry up. So come on and grow. Everybody's waiting for you now, including me. Feel free to keep asking me your questions, guys. I'm happy to answer them. I wouldn't call myself a Minecraft pro by any stretch of the imagination. Yes, it's definitely more resource management. Definitely. And having a good comprehension of how the game works and what you can do to generate certain items helps as well. So definitely play the base game first. Explore that. Beat that version. Because then you'll have a great understanding of how to, like I say, create things to make the game easier for you. And then jump to Skyblock, because then you can take that knowledge to Skyblock and then have a completely different game, you know, without it becoming very, what's the word, cyclical, repetitive. But yeah, it's all about resource management. It's all about being careful.